current protection. The main use of this carrier current protection is used for protection of transmission lines. Protection of transmission lines. So these carrier currents of having frequency range is 30 to 200 kilohertz in USA, and in UK 80 to 500 kilohertz in UK. Okay. Now this is the block diagram of carrier current protection of the feeders of the transmission lines. So now this is the protected transmission line. Both ends are uh, placed carrier current protection. So now here each end of the line is provided with identical carrier equipment. Each end. So this side, that means left side of the transmission line and right side of the transmission line, is provided with identical carrier current equipment consisting of transmitter, receiver, line trap unit, master oscillator, power amplifier. So once again I repeat, the identical current carrier current equipment consists of transmitter. So here we are having transmitter and a receiver and a line trap unit and a coupling capacitor, and in that power oscillator and power amplifier, and CTs and circuit breakers and potential transformers, and one more important is relay unit. So in each side of this identical carrier current equipment is placed. So now we will see each operation of each one in this protection, carrier current protection. The first one is coupling capacitor. So this is the coupling capacitor. So coupling capacitor. The carrier equipment is connected to the transmission line through coupling capacitor. So this is the carrier equipment is connected. So this is called carrier equipment. The carrier equipment is connected to the transmission line through coupling capacitor. Okay. So for example, so this is the carrier current equipment. This carrier current equipment is connected to the transmission line through coupling capacitor. Okay, this is the transmission line, this is the carrier current equipment. So this carrier current equipment is connected to the transmission line through coupling capacitor. Okay, so normally the coupling capacitor offers low resistance at carrier frequency and high resistance at power frequency. Okay, so normally the carrier capacitor offers low resistance at carrier frequency and high resistance at power frequency. Okay, this is about coupling capacitor. Next one is line trap unit. Next one is line trap unit. So this is the line trap unit. So the line trap unit consists of parallel tuned circuit comprising inductor and capacitor. So here inductor and capacitor both are connected in parallel. So it has a low impedance, that is less than, that is 0.1 ohm. It has low impedance, that is 0.1 ohm. So 250 Hz frequency, and it is high impedance to carrier frequencies and high impedance to carrier frequencies. So low impedance ku ఎంత ఉంటుంది frequency 50 Hz, high impedance కి అయితే carrier frequencies ఉంటాయి. సో నేను మీకు ఇంత చెప్పాను, what is carrier frequency range is around 30 to 200 kilohertz or 80 to 500 kilohertz. Okay, now this is the line trap unit. The line trap unit consists of both the inductor and capacitor, both are connected in parallel. Okay, next the line trap unit prevents high frequency signals and enters only carrier frequency signals. So it opposes the, that means it does not allow high frequency signals. It allows only carrier frequency signals. So this is the main use of the line trap unit. Okay, now next one is protection of earthing of coupling equipment. So this is the earthing. Then through coupling equipment. So protection and earthing of coupling equipment. So over voltages and power lines are caused by, so normally in this transmission line the over voltages are caused by, because due to mainly lightning and switching surges and faults okay. The over voltage on the transmission lines, the over voltage and power lines or transmission lines are mainly caused due to lightning and switching and faults. Okay, therefore the over voltages, because of this production of over voltages, stress on the coupling equipment and the line trap unit, stress on the coupling equipment, this is coupling equipment and line trap unit. Okay, so non-linear resistors in series with a protective gap is connected across the line trap. So non-linear resistor in series with a protective gap is connected across the line trap and the inductor of the coupling unit. Okay, so in order to overcome that over voltages. And next one is electronic equipment. This is the electronic equipment. This electronic equipment has three parts. One is transmitter unit, and second one is a receiver unit, and third one is relay unit. Okay, first, what is transmitter unit? So the frequencies between 50 to 500 kilohertz are employed in different frequency bands, and each band has certain bandwidth, that is 50 to 300 kilohertz and 90 to 115 kilohertz. Okay, so carrier frequencies are generated in this transmitter. The carrier frequencies are generated in oscillator. So ఇక్కడ oscillator ఉంటుంది, ఇక్కడ కూడా carrier frequency unit లో oscillator. The oscillator can be tuned to a particular frequency selected for the operation. The output voltage of the oscillator is held constant by voltage stabilizers. Okay, so carrier frequency equipment లో ఉండే oscillator ఏం చేస్తుందంటే, the oscillator can be tuned to a particular frequency selected for the application. This output voltage of the oscillator is held constant by voltage stabilizers. Okay, దాని యొక్క ఆసిలేటర్ నుంచి వచ్చే అవుట్పుట్ వోల్టేజ్ అనేది కాన్స్టెంట్గా మెయింటైన్ చేయడానికి మనం ఏం చేస్తున్నాము, వోల్టేజ్ స్టెబిలైజర్స్ అనేవి యూజ్ చేస్తాము. ఓకే, నౌ రిసీవింగ్ యూనిట్, ట్రాన్స్మిషన్ యూనిట్, ఆఫ్టర్ దట్ రిసీవింగ్ యూనిట్. సో the high frequency signals arriving from the remote and are received by the receiver. The receivers feeds carrier receiving to relay unit. So receiving అంటే ట్రాన్స్మిటింగ్ నుంచి ఏం చేస్తుంది, రిసీవర్ తీసుకొని ఆ రిసీవర్ యూనిట్ ఎక్కడికి ఇస్తుంది, రిలేకి ఇస్తుంది. సో దిస్ రిలే యూనిట్ comprises of an attenuator and band pass filter and matching transformer. So the relay unit has three parts: attenuator, band pass filter, matching transformer. So what is the use of that attenuator? Attenuator reduces the signal to a safer value. Next, band pass filter restricts the acceptance of unwanted signals. Matching transformer or matching element to match the impedance of line and receiving unit. So this is the main operation of the carrier current protection of the transmission lines. And now, what are the advantages of this carrier current protection? So advantages are fast simultaneous operation of circuit breaker at both ends. So both ends same untai, circuit breakers untai fast. So here left hand side one circuit breaker, right hand side another circuit breaker. Next, fast clearing prevents shock to systems. And next one is tripping due to synchronizing power surges does not occur and during internal fault clearing is obtained. Next point, next advantage is for simultaneous faults, carrier current protection provides easy discrimination. So simultaneous faults occur అవుతుంది అనుకోండి, carrier current protection provides easy discrimination, అంటే ఈజీగా తీసేయడానికి హెల్ప్ చేస్తూ ఉంటుంది. So this is our carrier current protection. And last class we discussed busbar protection. So in that, one more topic is fault busbar protection or frame leakage protection. Now we will see that one. So this is the fault busbar protection or frame leakage protection. So this is the figure. So the figure shows fault bus protection. So this is the fault bus. So this is the fault bus. and this is the bus bar. This is the actual bus bar. So the fault bus protection is nothing but metal supporting structure. So this is the metal supporting structure or fault bus is earthed through a, this is earthed ఇది చూడండి ఇదంతా ఏం చేసాం, ఎర్త్ చేసాం, is earthed through a CT. This is earthed through a CT current transformer. A relay coil is connected across the secondary of the CT. So this is the secondary of the CT. A relay coil is connected across the CT. So now when faults develops are mostly earth faults. So most of the faults are earth faults. This can be achieved by అంటే మనం ఎలా కనుక్కుంటాం అనేది, this can be achieved by providing a earth metal barrier. So this is the earth metal barrier surrounding the conductors or bus bars is known as fault bus. This earth metal barrier are also called as fault bus. Okay, now this earth metal barrier or fault bus is surrounding each conductor, okay now, of its entire length, is surrounding each conductor of its entire length. So with this arrangement, every fault that might occur must involve a connection between conductor and earth metal part. So for example, under normal operating conditions, what happened? There is no current flows through conductor to fault bus. That means there is అంటే కండక్టర్ నుంచి ఈ ఫాల్ట్ బస్ ఉంది, దాంట్లో కరెంట్ పోతుంది కాబట్టి రిలే అనేది ఎనర్జైజ్డ్ కాదు, రిలే నాట్ ఆపరేట్. A fault occurs, that means earth fault occurs, the current flows from ఎక్కడి నుంచి పోతుంది, కండక్టర్ టు fault bus, conductor to earth metal barrier or fault bus. సో అక్కడి నుంచి ఎక్కడ పోతుంది, రిలే కాయిల్కి పోయి దట్ ఎనర్జైజ్డ్ అయ్యి ఆ ఫాల్ట్స్ని మనము అది ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ సర్క్యూట్ బ్రేకర్ పాస్ చేసి సర్క్యూట్ బ్రేకర్ ఏం చేస్తుంది, సర్క్యూట్ని ఐసోలేట్ చేస్తుంది. సో దిస్ ఈజ్ అబౌట్ ఫాల్ట్ బస్ ప్రొటెక్షన్. So up to now completed third unit. Okay, so next class we will see another unit. Okay.